Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're checking out the Edinburgh and I'll show you why I'm really tired of the game these days. So let's look at my agile build here first. It's Tenant, I'm using Mordov, but it is Tenant underneath. And on the ship we have all about turret rotation, rudder, and I also have a legendary mod here on the last thing. And of course I run the radar. So Edinburgh is probably my favorite ship in the game. It's very versatile and you will need that. And, and nearing up to 1,000 battles in the ship here, and I really like it. I think it's the most fun you can have playing Legends. So this battle here is very typical of what goes on in the game right now. Look at that mines there. First thing he does is go behind an island, but what if I wasn't here to spot for him? What would he do then? What would any of them do? And if you watch this battle here progress, you will see everyone leaving where they spawn and go to this side of the map. And as you can see, what I'm trying to do is get in to the middle of the map, so I can, hold the cap. I can put the destroyer out of business. I have 3 radars. There's no way he's going to be able to sit in here. So one, want the destroyer out, and 2, if I can get a few red ships while we're at it, that's good. But the problem these days is that you have to do everything yourself in this game here. Look at the blue ships. They are absolutely clueless. They are all trying to hide behind the same little island and totally giving up any chance of crossfires. And it's just like, it just shows that these people have zero idea how to play the game. And it's really bad at the moment. And I think, so Summer here, he seems to be quite good actually, because he lasts the whole battle and he's actually quite hard to get rid of. But as long as I can keep him out of, so he can't dictate anything, then he can just sit out there and all he can do is spot really. And of course that's your job as a cruiser. Your primary job, in my opinion, is not doing damage. Of course if you can, then that's fine, but that's why I never run damage builds. So now we have a Wupprecht here pushing me, and of course he gets away with doing that because no one's in a position to shoot him. Like, not even from the front, because everyone, like I said, is hiding behind the same island there in the back. And it's just ridiculous. If you're up playing tier 7 and you're playing like this, look, can you just find another game to play, really? Because there's no excuse anymore. There's training rooms, there's AI. So if you don't think you're up to the task, and it's very easy to know if you're not up to the task playing at tier 7. It means that if you regularly get less than 1,000 XP in a loss, or regularly get less than 1,500 XP in a win, then you're simply not good enough, and you should go play in the lower tiers until you get better. That's the truth, and you may not like it, but too bad. So far this is working pretty well. I mean, I have the cap, I'm keeping the destroyer out of business, but my team's positioning is just so bad. I mean, they've completely left the A cap, and you can see the red team as well, they're just as bad. They've all gone over here except for one cruiser, and at least they have a destroyer over at A, so do I, but it's just like, why do you play like this? What are you doing? What are you doing? So this whole side of the map here is becoming a bow tanking battleship, shoot at each other fest, but is going to go nowhere. Because I don't know if you know how long it takes to sink a battleship bow on. If you're another battleship, it takes about 10 to 12 minutes, and it's forever. Like, the battle is determined by the time that someone sinks a battleship bow on in another battleship. So the way you make this happen is to go for cross fires. So shoot at the ships from B or A and leave the guys who spawn over here, like myself, to worry about, their flank. It's only if this flank starts collapsing that you might think about, lending a hand or, repositioning, but you don't do it from the beginning of the battle like everyone else did in this battle here. Like, we have every ship over here, and we have this crazy battleship here that's pushing through the middle of the map. Why would you do that as well? And this has always been a problem in Legends. There's people who have absolutely no clue what they're doing. But it's very bad. lately, and it has honestly taken my enjoyment away from the game. And I think it's because that, the few good players out there, they despise standards battles as much as I do, and I'm hoping that they are playing, training rooms with their friends or their clans. So I think that's what's happening. So the only players left in standard battles, or the majority left, are just trash players, and it's really impacting the game. It's painful, and well, what can we do about it? Nothing. I mean, we asked for training rooms, and what's the solution? Well, just play a training room yourself, I guess. And sure, I can do that. Well, I can't actually do that because I'm a CC. So if I set up a training room, that means I'm going to be chased the whole game, and no one cares about teams. So that's why I'm, stuck my nose into standard again, and boy, is it painful. So we spotted again. We're going to keep this summoner still out of business. He's 9, so he's going to disappear, but we still scared him and made sure that he doesn't move in here. So hopefully he's going to reposition now, because he knows, okay, nearly half the battle has gone. I'm not going to get that cap ever. I mean, for obvious reasons, it's the most defended cap. So that's why I'm getting ready to reposition now, because I think he's going to go for the B cap. And obviously we cannot leave the B cap undefended as well. And like, why? All the battleships are over here, and they all head on to the opposition. And why would you do that? Why would you leave your destroyers undefended over at the B cap? So anyway, I'm making a dash here across the open ocean in front of 2 battleships, so I can make it to the B cap. And it's a good time I do, because the Cleveland is here, and he's hunting for destroyers. So we need to make sure that he doesn't get it too easy. And there's also a New Jersey, because at least the Reds are spreading out a little bit. So I can't just pop in and whack the Cleveland. That's really what I wanted to do, because he's really low on health. But with that New Jersey there, I have to reevaluate. And there is a destroyer in the cap as well. There he is. And he does get spotted by the other destroyer. And thank you very much. It's like the first team play I've seen in this battle here, where the destroyer actually spots this guy to allow me to take him out. I mean, this should be the norm. This should be what you do. This is frankly what the game is about. And so few people understand that. So anyway, away with that guy, and we are slowly winning the battle over here at B, while the battleships are still going head to head over at C, wasting time, wasting everyone's hit points, everyone else, because we're going to take hits just like I did before, because I had to reposition. And the longer they sit over there and do like nothing, do useless things, well, the harder it's going to be for us to win. So at least we, got the destroyer out of B here, and I'm going to sit here. I really want to go to A and cap that, because I have real doubts about my teammates here, because I think these battleships here are just going to suddenly go broadside and, doom themselves. I already, did one adventurous ocean crossing here, where I did take a little bit of damage, and I don't think I can get away with another one. But I don't get the choice, and I don't have battleship backup at B. Again, like a major mistake here. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, there's someone in B, and I don't have battleship backup, but if I don't deal with this, we're going to lose. And it's this tricky summoner here that's been, on my case the whole battle. And I'm pretty sure he thought that, he's only got 2 radars, but no. This is an agile cruiser, so I was saving, the last radar just for you, my friend. And now you will taste it, and you will regret making such a bold move, because I was just waiting for you. And that's because I'm thinking ahead in this battle here. I'm, thinking what could happen if I was this destroyer. What would I do? If you look at the battleships, or pretty much anyone else on my team except for that helpful destroyer, they have no plan. Absolutely no plan. I don't even know what they're doing. And I particularly don't like the mines. He's been sitting behind that island the whole battle, doing nothing cruiser-like at all. Look, battleships can do that damage as well. Why don't you go out and do something useful? Honestly. So I'm capping, I'm killing destroyers, I'm winning the battle, and the battleships are just sitting bow on and wasting everyone's hit points and time, and it's just infuriating. If you play up at tier 7, you should play better than this, and you should know that already. And if you don't know that, well then, play another game, please, because it is hurting everybody else that people are just so bad at this game. So yeah, what's the rule? Well, I'd say if you play, on average 10 battles and, more than 5 of them, you get an XP score of less than 1,000 in a loss or less than 1,500 XP in a win. So just remember those numbers, okay? If you play 10 battles and you average less than 1,000 or less than 1,500, then you should go down to tier 5 or tier 4. You should practice more, or you should upgrade your commanders, or do whatever is necessary. Watch some YouTube videos, or I don't know. There's many things you could do, but the one thing you shouldn't do is to load into tier 7 and upwards. So that means tier 7, tier 8, or legendary battles. If you play that poorly, it's very simple. Now, I say my team should actually have lost this battle here, because they've been playing horrendously. But the thing is that so did the red team, and then I don't know who's supposed to win, except for the one destroyer, the last destroyer I took out. He actually played well, but with a team like this, what can you do? Like, it's very limited what strategic options or tactical options you have when no one understands the game. So please, if you're going to play this game, if you're a new player and you're just looking up stuff on YouTube, play the lower tiers until you have, I don't know, a few thousand battles at the very least. And I don't know, and on average, more XP than the numbers I said earlier. That's the best indicator of your level. And if you're at tier 7 and in a victory you get more than 1,500 XP, that's excellent. So if that's the case, stick around. If not, well, then go a few tiers down and try to improve your play. Like I said, watch YouTube, I don't know, join Facebook groups, whatever you have to do to improve. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this battle. I sure didn't, and I'll see you out there.